What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Today we are watching The Shining. Now, this is a classic, or so I am told. It is a horror classic. I believe it's a book as well. I don't know who it's directed by. I know Jack Nicholson is in it. I believe he plays our antagonist or main character, perhaps. I don't know. I know that there is a female lead as well, and I've heard stories that she was like overworked on set or something, which I guess helped with her performance. I know, like, not literally, like, they didn't overwork her specifically so she would give a better performance. I just mean that a lot of stories have come out that she was just overworked, long days, really tiring, and no one treated her very well, and it, I guess, made her performance better, but that wasn't the intention. That's just what I've heard. I don't know if that's true, so I guess let me know in the comments if that is actually true. I heard Jack Nicholson gives a fantastic performance, very bone-chilling, very well done. I don't know what kind of horror this is, if it's like jump scare horror or, you know, more of a thriller or just really well written. I don't know what it is. I'm not someone who watches horror movies a lot, but I'm not opposed to them either. I've read some books that would be qualified as horror, I guess. So I like horror books. I think they're really well written. I don't know how I feel about horror movies. I think jump scares are super cheap. Jump scares are not horror at all because anything can be jump scared. Like, it's just something that's unexpected. It doesn't necessarily have to be scary. You know, like you walking and you just see like your friend around the corner that you weren't expecting and you get jump scared. Like, that's not scary. It's just something unexpected. So if it's a jump scare horror, I'm not going to be as happy with that because I find that really just like so lazy in terms of writing. So I hope it's more of a well-written horror and more, not necessarily have to be psychological, but I guess thriller-ish. I just hope the horror elements are really well written. It's one of the reasons I loved Haunting of Hill House, because, I mean, they had a few jump scares in there, but I found that horror as, it may not scare you as a person, but like I can have so much more appreciation for it because the writing is just so good. So that's what I'm hoping to see from this. I've never seen it. I haven't seen any clips. Although I've seen the Here's Johnny. I think that's from this movie, where he's like with an axe and banging on the door and he goes, "Here's Johnny." I think that's from this. And there is a staircase scene where the female-led co-star, I don't know who she is. I hope she, I don't know who she is, so that's all I can call her. But I heard she did well. I heard she gave a good performance, but she was walking up the stairs and then Jack Nicholson's character is walking towards her and he's like something about, "I'm gonna bash your brains in," I think. That's the sentence I remember. It might not even be the actual sentence, but that's all I can tell you. Besides that, I don't know the story. I don't know what it's about. I don't know who directed it. Although I do believe that semi-recently there was like a sequel to this, or a remake of some sort that came out. But I haven't seen that either. So I am genuinely going into this very blind. I am excited to watch it because I've heard so much about it. I know so many people love this movie, so I'm hoping for good things, man. I really am. In case you don't know, I do have a Patreon, full-length reactions, and early access, so if that interests you, link in the description. But without further ado, let's watch this movie. Creepy-ass music. Stanley Kubrick, okay. Now I see. Yes. Okay, that name I know. Okay. That's pretty dope. I think I should watch, I don't think I've ever seen any of Stanley Kubrick's movies, so maybe I should watch more of those for you guys. I've never actually seen them, but I've heard his name God knows how many times, so I know he's good, at least by reputation, at the very least.
Good references, and from what I've been told, I mean, he seemed like a completely normal individual. He must have suffered some kind of a complete mental breakdown. He ran amok and killed his family with an axe.
Is that not the entire plot of this movie? Him killing his family with the axe? Is that not? Is there like some magical sense? Is there some fantasy element to this movie?
You can rest assured, Mr. Ullman, that's not going to happen with me.
Hilarious.
And I'm sure she'll be absolutely fascinated when I tell her about it.
I'm sure she will.
Confirmed ghost story and horror film addict.
Although, I can't tell if it's just the way Jack is acting. By Jack, I mean Jack Nicholson, not Jack Torrance, the character. But I can't tell if it's the way if he's acting or if there is something off-putting about his character. Like, the person feels like he's acting very well put together and nice. You know what I mean? But I can't tell if that's because of how he's choosing to act or if he's purposefully making the character look that way. Like, the character is actually a little bit crazy and he's trying to compose himself like a psychopath per se, or if his character is just like that. Like, that's the dude before he suffers a mental breakdown. I can't tell yet. It just feels off-putting. Okay, I've seen those two girls before. I've seen that shot of those two girls. I've seen that before. So that's from this movie as well. Okay. Also, I have no fucking idea what that scene was supposed to mean. I mean, Tony somehow knew that they were gonna die, that those girls played a part, or maybe that was I can't remember. He said at the story, the guy who killed his family. Did he have two twin girls and he killed them? Is that like the ghosts of the previous family? He said he killed his wife and kids, but I don't know if that's that guy's kids, but I imagine it is, because why wouldn't it be?
Yes?
I'm hungry.
Well, you should have eaten your breakfast.
Okay, is it just me? Is the acting just bad? Or was this, like, direction-wise, was this told to them to be very stilted and, like, stagnant? Is that just me? Am I being an asshole thinking that acting feels really bad currently? Or is it supposed to feel that way? Because they all feel like they're just reading lines and not actually acting, you know what I mean?
They got snowbound one winter in the mountains. They had to resort to cannibalism in order to stay alive.
Bro, you see how he smiles when he says that? This guy definitely has some deep-rooted issues, man. Come on. Yes? Hello? Alright, so this kid can see ghosts, for sure. But I guess that's a running motif in the Stephen King universe, like the kids usually. Or like, I remember seeing a video about it, like, The Shining is like a term in his universe for someone who can have mystical abilities of some sort. So perhaps this kid has that ability. Maybe, I don't know. But he definitely sees the dead kids, dude. This is fucking The Sixth Sense all over again.
Construction started in 1907. It was finished in 1909. The site is supposed to be located on an Indian burial ground, and I believe they actually had to repel a few
Always.
as they were building it.
Always the burial grounds in the stories, and then mystical shit takes place on them, and you wonder why.
Because basically the snowcat outfit.
I mean, in real life, obviously, that doesn't happen, but you know.
Now this is where we keep all of our meat.
The way that was shot made me think of, like, human body parts being kept in a freezer.
How'd you know we call him Doc?
Beg pardon?
Doc. You called Danny Doc twice just now.
I guess I probably heard you call him that.
Well, it's possible, but I honestly don't remember calling him that since we've been with you.
I don't know about that.
Anyway, he looks like a doc, doesn't he?
I don't know about that.
Now, this is the story room. In here, Mrs. Torrance,
What?
we keep
We finna go right past that?
got canned fruits and
We're gonna go right past that, dog.
fish and meats. Hot and cold
Alright, so there's some haunted elements in this for sure.
cornflakes.
Like, mythical wise. There's some fantasy elements for sure. Yo, this kid be seeing shit, dude.
How'd you like some ice cream, Doc?
Whoa, what's that about?
Is there something bad here?
What is The Shining? Like, as a power, what is it? Is it like telekinesis, telepathy? Some kind of mystical force that people can tap into? Like, what is The Shining?
Sometimes they can see things that happened a long time ago.
So that's why he keeps seeing the girls.
Room 237.
Oh.
You're scared of room 237, ain't you?
Was that the room the other dude killed his family in, probably? What decides who shines? Like, is it just luck of the draw? You're born that way? Are you chosen by some other force? Like, how do you determine who shines and who doesn't? Like, both of these people do, the kid and the gentleman, but, like, why? And how? I love the sound design. So dope. Also, the filmmaking of this movie is just phenomenal, honestly. Like, just the choice of direction and stuff are absolutely top-notch. I mean, even this shot right here, just to show
staying up too late.
Jack through the mirror,
I know it.
it's fantastic.
I made him just
The fuck was that?
Well, something will come. It's just a matter of settling back into the habit of writing every day.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That sounded like, you know when you answer a question sarcastically? When someone tries to oversimplify what you do because they don't actually understand it very well, you know? It's like when you're like depressed and someone's just like, just keep your head up, and you're like, yeah, that's what it is. Just keep my head up. Definitely.
Give me a hand. Oh, isn't it beautiful?
Man, this movie is showing just how much music can affect a scene, you know? The scene as it was playing earlier, like this while they were running and stuff, was just so cute and pleasant. All you have to do is add some atmospheric and eerie music, and all of a sudden, you know, the hairs on your arms stick up. It's just so well done. I also love how big everything feels in this movie. Like, even with those gigantic tracking shots at the beginning, like when they showed the mountains and stuff, and like now they're in this maze, and the hedges are huge, and the hotel they're at is very big. Like, I love the sense of scale. Even the rooms, like, nothing feels claustrophobic. Everything feels so open. Also, what the fuck is this guy doing? Oh, is it locked? Well, that blows. I wanted to see what was in room 237. Yo, those girls are creepy, dog. The way their faces just stare at you, and like the redness around their eyes, they are creepy to look at.
How's it going?
Fine.
What was the point of that?
Get a lot written today?
With the music crash when he rips out the paper. What was the point of that?
Yes.
Why does this guy look like he fucking hates his wife? She's been like nothing but nice to him. What is this?
Let me explain something to you.
Oh god.
Whenever you come in here and interrupt me, you're breaking my concentration. You're distracting me. And it will then take me time to get back to where I was. Understand?
Okay, bro is unhinged. Bro is absolutely unhinged.
Whether you don't hear me typing, what the fuck you hear me doing in here, when I'm in here, that means that I am working. That means don't come in. Now, do you think you can handle that?
Okay, this guy's a pretentious asshole. But to be fair, I have heard a lot of authors do this specific thing. Like, while they're working, don't bother them, don't come in, allow them to just fully envelop themselves in their work. Because if you come in and distract them, it fucks with their work, and I get that. So, that part's fair. That was kind of hella rude. And unnecessary. And unwarranted. His wife is super nice, and he is an asshole. So you don't need any mystical shit for me to believe this guy's gonna fuck his family over. He's just an asshole so far. He seems like someone who's constantly on edge, like on the verge of just having, not a mental breakdown, but like a breakdown of rage. Okay, there's that iconic stare. Like I said, like just a verge of a breakdown of rage. That's a terrifying shot. That is gorgeous. But yeah, he feels unhinged as hell, man. He feels extremely unhinged, and he's trying to keep it together. Just trying to keep composure when he talks to anybody. Although I gotta say, this is like almost 40 minutes have passed in this movie. It's been an extremely slow burn, man. Like, I feel like nothing has happened yet, you know? Okay, well, as I say that, these kids come back into the picture. But I just meant, like, I want the story to continuously go, you know? I feel like I haven't... There's been a lot of phenomenal technical stuff, but besides the story, I don't really know what's happening.
Daddy.
Oh, okay.
And ever.
Jesus. That's gruesome, bro. Wow. Damn. That dude who murders his family with the axe, that's fucked. I thought he would have killed them in room 237, but I guess... I don't know, did he kill them in the hallway then? Is that what he was seeing? And then there was the gigantic pool of blood at the elevators as well, so... Not really sure.
Tony,
Oh no.
I'm scared. It's just like pictures in a book, Danny. It isn't real.
Okay. So that's what The Shining is showing him. It's showing him the history of the place, but they're like pictures in a book. So it's like studying it, reading it. It's not actually happening currently. He's just experiencing the photos of history through his mind's eye, which is very cool. but confusing. Although I like it. Although I would have thought it was something with like only kids, you know? Because a lot of movies do that where kids can see things that adults can't. But the gentleman that worked in the kitchen, he also has the ability. So it's not just a kid thing. Although I'd like to see more of him talk with Danny. Because it'd be cool to see them converse, considering they can see things.
Can I go to my room and get my fire engine?
What a shot. I think so far, if there was a word I could use to describe the movie, just from what I've seen, I would say it's unsettling. Like, it's not scary, it's not creepy, but I can appreciate all the horrific aspects around it, and just, like, how the story slowly unfolds, I would call it unsettling. Same with the music. That's how I feel about it so far. Okay. It's always a bad sign when seeing affection from a parent to their kid makes you feel very uncomfortable.
I want you to like it here. I wish we could stay here forever and ever.
I guess if he kills himself and his family, then technically they do stay there forever and ever and ever. So.
You would never hurt Mom or me, would you?
Hey, yo.
What do you mean?
Hey, yo. Hey, why his face like that? As a response to that statement, that's the face he makes? He doesn't even say no? Oh, God. Not good.
I love you, Danny.
Oh, God.
I would never do anything to hurt you. Never.
I don't believe that.
You know that, don't you?
Bro, he is terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. He's actually terrifying. Actually, like, just the way he speaks and how he looks at stuff. And the music and the camera work just adding so much to it. Beautifully done. Oh no, the door to 237 is open. Yo, Stanley Kubrick loves his fucking mirrors. He has been using those to just show things that normally you can't see so much. I love it. What the fuck? What the fuck? He sounds like Homer Simpson. He sounds like Homer Simpson.
Well, I dreamed that I killed you.
I knew he was gonna say that, bro. I was like, the screams, the way he sounded, I knew he was gonna say I was killing you. I fucking knew it. Because that's not his nightmare, dog. That's his fucking fantasy. What the hell, dude? But like, 2 times in a row, the last family and this family? What is it about this place that does this to people?
Oh my God.
Shit.
You did this to him. Didn't you? How could you?
Did he? Did he do that just to see what it would feel like? And that's why he started having the dreams? About what he actually wants to do? He was just like dipping his toe into the water? What the fuck?
My goddamn soul. Just a glass of beer.
A little slow tonight, isn't it?
Hey, yo! This dude's losing his fucking mind.
White man's burden, Lloyd, my man. White man's burden.
What does that even mean? I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
Best goddamn bartender from Timbuktu to Portland, Maine. Or Portland, Oregon, for that matter.
Yeah, see, now he's like, the real version of Jack is showing. Whereas, like, throughout the beginning of the movie, he felt so restrained because he was trying to keep his composure. And now he's just like that manic, all over the place, eccentric version of himself is showing.
I wouldn't touch one hair on his goddamn little head.
Always says his. What about your wife,
I
though?
love the little son of a bitch.
What about your wife, though, dog? What? Why does she have a baseball bat? Oh, he saw what happened to Danny? Oh no, it's happening to both of them. They're like suffering a seizure. Oh shit. So something to do with the shining people, or people who shine? Who the fuck is this? Is this real? He smiles? Alright, that's a little bit predatory. I don't know if this is real. Because, I mean, even the bartender guy, like, this guy is seeing shit. He's losing his mind, so he probably did attack his son. At least I imagine so. Although Danny did say it was a woman, so maybe not him. But I have no fucking idea. My mans, you have a wife. You know that, right? You know that. Is that the same woman? That does not look like the same person. That's fucking disgusting. Oh my god. Ew, dude. What the fuck? What was that? Oh my god. That was actually disgusting. So both of them felt it. The two people who shine. They both had like a seizure. So I guess room 237, there is something special about it. But I don't know who the fuck that lady is. And I also don't know why they suffered a seizure. What the hell was that about?
I think he did it to himself.
Now, how did he do that? There's no way doing this gives you enough force. Did he grab someone's belt? Like, come on now.
Whatever the explanation is.
Oh, you can hear them. What did that say? Say murder? It was too fast. And backwards, but I think it said murder.
It is so fucking typical of you to create a problem like this when I finally have a chance to accomplish something. When I am really into my work.
Wendy, please leave this man. Please take your son and run away. Please. This guy is deranged, unhinged. So many issues. Wendy, please. You are so nice and so sweet. Take your son, run the fuck away, please and thank you. This guy wants time to do his work? That's fine. Let him sit here alone. Let him work. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Leave. Let him be here and lose his mind by himself. Please and thank you. Because, dear God. See, but the difference is, I can't tell if this is just in his mind, or if, like, the hotel itself is doing something. Or if there's some outside force that's influencing him. Like, I can't tell what the reasoning is as to why all of these things keep appearing, you know?
It's not a matter that concerns you, Mr. Torrance. At least not at this point.
Anything you say, Lloyd.
I don't know why, but that guy reminds me of, like... Not, like, Hades, but, like... This reminds me of the Underworld, and he's, like, the guy who transfers the spirits from the people who just died to, like, the land of the... Like, the River of Nile or whatever. It's like, I don't know why.
But you are the caretaker. You've always been the caretaker. I should know, sir.
So maybe the story's about him? Maybe the story's about him? Like, he's actually Grady or whatever? And this entire story is fictitious or in his head? Or, like, a recollection of what happened? Or something? Like, I don't know. It was very odd. Yeah, he shines.
I don't think you are aware how great it is. That he is attempting to use that very talent against your will.
See, so, like, does Jack also shine, then? Is that how he's able to see all of this? Or how it's able to tell him stuff? Because, like, how is he finding out all this information? From who? From what? From where? Unless it's coming from him, you know?
It's his mother. She interferes.
Bro, the way he said that. The absolute giddy excitement he feels. Even thinking of harming them is insane.
12.
Now, why would you do something like that? Now she can't call or radio anybody to help her. Fuck. Oh yeah, she's never gotten to read any of his work. What does it say? What the fuck? Just the same sentence over and over and over again. And that's why there's like spelling mistakes and certain letters capitalized. That's funny. Yeah, this guy was just slowly deteriorating mentally. Jesus Christ. That's fucking weird. Oh no, he's gonna find her. Oh no, oh no.
I think you have some very definite ideas about what should be done with Danny, and I'd like to know what they are. When do you think maybe he should be taken to a doctor?
As soon as possible. As soon as possible.
God, this guy is deplorable. Like, I hate listening and watching him. Like, it pisses me off internally. I really don't like this guy.
And are you concerned about me?
No!
Of course I am.
I hope you die.
Of course you are. That the owners have placed their complete confidence and trust in me, and that I have signed a letter of agreement, a contract.
This guy just, like, is so insecure and lacks attention. Like, for real. No confidence in himself at all. So he needs other people to tell him how good he is at what he does. What a fucking loser.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in.
Jesus Christ. I mean, he's given a killer performance, though. I'll give him that. But, like, what is happening? Dude, the slow walking makes it scarier, you know?
Wendy, give me the bat.
I love the red lighting. Just slowly becoming more and more over them. So good.
Wendy, give me the bat. Oh, God damn!
Yeah! Yeah! Do it again! Hit him again. What a terrifying
Wendy,
shot.
Let me out of here and I'll forget the whole goddamn thing. It'll be just like nothing ever happened.
I love the way he speaks, too, when he's, like, angry. So much diction, you know what I mean? Just the pronunciation of each syllable and each consonant, like, just so meaningful.
You're not going anywhere. Go check out the snowcat in the radio and you see what I mean.
Oh, no. Fuck, he ruined the snowcat, too? Aw, man.
Go check it out.
This guy is fucking insane, dude. Absolutely crazy. And it's not near anywhere. You know what I mean? So, like, she can't walk. She just has to wait for the other guy to get there. The cook, the other guy who shines, that's her only hope, basically, is for him to make it back in time, I guess.
I give you my word.
Throw the excitement on his face at the possibility of harming his wife and son. Jesus. What? So Grady is a ghost and he's real and can influence the surroundings because he just unlocked the door? The fuck is that about? They don't give you a very good, I don't know, like, they don't give much of concrete information on how the spirits work, how the shining works, if the hotel is haunted. Like, they don't give much information. They just kind of show it to you and they're like, fucking deal with it. Oh, no. No. What we doing here? What we doing here? Red rum?
Red rum.
Red rum?
Red rum.
Bro, imagine waking up to that.
Red rum. Red rum. Red rum. Red rum.
Like, imagine waking up to that. Your kid just fucking screaming while writing murder in lipstick with a knife? Like, dear God. Okay, at least the kid will make it to safety. Okay, that's good at least. Although I wish Wendy made it to safety too. Can she fit? Nah, she can't, can she? You have a knife, you have stuff in there, break that fucking window. That's what I would do, I would just break it completely. Like, take the top off the toilet bowl and start fucking swinging, you know what I mean? Like, something. That's, personally, I think that's what I would do. Jesus.
Here's Johnny.
But that's like the one thing I've seen. Yeah! Let's go, Wendy! Yeah! That's what I like to see. Tries to put his hand in there again, or his face, you fucking stab it. Oh, he left Wendy alone? Now he's going for the son? What? Why? I thought he would never harm a hair on his head. She gave a great performance throughout that, man. Like, genuinely, she nails that horror scream. You know what I mean? Like, so good. This guy's fucking limping too, dude. You could just outrun him so easily. Look at him. Slow ass bitch. God, the wind in the background just adds so much tension. And just like, I don't know, adds so much to the atmosphere. It's so good. No! No! Why? Why? No. No. Oh, come on, man. Oh, come on. Aw, fuck. I had so much faith. I really thought he was gonna be our savior. Ah, shit. Ah, what? What the fuck? Huh? What? What? What is that? No explanation on that part? Nothing? No? Okay. We're just... Alright. Into the maze we go. Oh boy. Hell of a place for a final showdown. Although now you kind of trapped yourself, Danny, so I don't know about this. You're also in the snow, so it's really easy to follow your footsteps. Danny! Man, the lighting of this part is so good, man. What the fuck? Good. Good. Oh no, the elevators with the blood. Not really sure what it means or how it happened, but looks cool. God, those horns. Those are fucking menacing. Fucking haul ass, big guy. Haul absolute ass. My man just got his ankles broken by a kid. Yo, y'all better get in that fucking snowcan. Get the fuck out of here. Right now. No hugs, no nothing. Get in the thing and leave. Immediately. Yes. Die alone in the cold. Yes. Beautiful. You love to see it. You love to see it. I'm so happy they escaped. God, what a shot, man. Just gorgeous. Like the silhouette shot. I love that. Oh! God damn, homie froze to death. Oh, I'm glad he's dead. That's a solid ending to me. So this hotel is haunted, right? Or like plagued with spirits, something. It's gotta be, because like, who the fuck are all these people? Who opened the door? You know? Oh my god, he's right there. 1921. At least I think that's him, it looks like him. And his wife is nowhere to be found. So was he the original one? The story? That's why I said we're gonna be here forever and ever, and then he was like the caretaker. And he was like, you're the only one? When he was talking to like Gary or whatever the fuck. So I guess that's what that is, right? He was the original story when he was like, that story of the family the guy who killed his family. Is that about him? Although he didn't actually kill them. What the fuck? I need a moment to think, because I don't even know. Well, to start, I think on a technical level, this movie is like a masterpiece in terms of like horror storytelling. The music implementation and the style of the music was so fucking good. So good. It put you just completely on edge, built so much tension, had so much suspense to it. Like the music was just the perfect sprinkle on top. You know what I mean? Like it added so much flavor to the meat that is this movie. Like it really made it what it is, the music. I really think the music was so good, especially also the sound design and like the editing of the sound. So not only what the characters were doing, but like a lot of the wind aspects throughout this, or the snow aspects, just the little stuff, even the simple things when Danny was riding his little bike through the hotel and it was going from the floor to the carpet to the floor to the carpet, like just the simple stuff, the opening of doors, the locks, like just the little things, I think, really built this movie up so much of this in terms of sound design, sound editing, and how the sound was implemented along with the music was just fucking absolutely top notch, without a doubt top notch. So like on a technical aspect, I think this movie was really amazing. Like especially the shots. I mean, God, the direction of this too is just so good. Genuinely, I love one of the motifs, I guess I love of this. I don't know if you'd call it a motif, but there was so much to do with mirrors. You know, there was a lot of shots that was shown through the reflection. A lot. And I don't know if that has anything to do with like, you know, people being superstitious, of course, say that, you know, like, I think it's like mirrors are a gateway to another fucking world or whatever. Or that's how demons and ghosts can transport through places and yada yada fucking yada. I don't know if that's what it was trying to say or if that's what it was showing about, but mirrors definitely played a huge part. But besides the meaning behind it, the technical aspect of showing shots through mirrors, I thought was so good, man. So many times you just see the character's reaction through the mirror while keeping the whatever is happening in the forefront of the camera is so fucking good. Especially when we were looking into room 237. I love how like the door is closed and like we can't actually see what's in the room, but from where we're walking we can see off the mirror and you can see into the room. Like I love that. I think that's fantastic, and it was used and utilized a lot throughout the movie, and I thought that was dope. I really did. I think the performances from all of the cast got a lot better, so I think it was intentional for them to be really stilted and almost like cardboard at the beginning. Like it felt very not acting. It felt like you gave someone who couldn't act at all just a piece of paper and told them to read it, and they're like, how was your day this morning? My day was good. Hi dad, are you okay today? Like that's how it sounded to me, and it was really not good. But then as the story progresses and as the movie develops, the acting became a lot better, became a lot more fluent, which I guess is because not because we understood the characters more, but I think it's because the actual characters got to show themselves as the movie progressed. Like Jack Nicholson's character, Jack, he at the beginning was trying to keep his composure before he actually went fucking insane. And he was trying to keep it in, he was trying to keep it together, and then it just slowly deteriorates. So like whenever he got angry when he was talking with the bar guy and everything, like he became so eccentric, he became cartoony, like he was all over the place. So like, how you doing guys? How are you doing? I would love to do this, you know? Like he became so cartoonish and just eccentric and energetic all over the place, and like it felt more fluid, you know, it felt more fluent at the very least. And I was like, yeah, I wanted more of that. I like that. So it slowly got better. I think Wendy, the actress who played Wendy, did so good, man. I mean, god damn, she was amazing in this. She was fantastic. She was through and through the best character, or the one that I could root for at the very least, because our Jack was fucking batshit. Dude's insane. Tried to kill his wife, who was literally, like, don't even get me started. Wendy was a fantastic. She was sweet. She was supportive. She was nice. She was helping out. How much more do you need? She was fantastic, and this guy was a piece of shit. This guy, in his own arrogance, his own ego, and his insecurity of not feeling important to anybody or important to the world, has to shove it in his wife's face and be the biggest asshole possible. And Wendy is just being sweet and supportive. It's like, do you understand? I'm trying to work here. You are interrupting the brilliance of what I am writing. Never fucking interrupt me, because that's all you do, all you care about, all you talk about. And our son, what do you think happened to our son? Oh, you want to take him to a doctor? Like, yo, relax. Relax. You know what I mean? Like, just his own fragility in himself. No confidence, pure insecurity, and just dumping it onto his wife. Seek therapy. The supernatural aspects, though, like, that's where this movie leaves me with more questions than answers. Because, you know what I mean? Like, so was the hotel haunted? And like, what's The Shining? People who shine, they have the ability to see the past and the present and the future. I know I say the present, but by the present, I mean like he could hear things that he wasn't in the room with, right? He was far away and he could still hear them talking. That's what I mean by the present. So he could hear things, he could see the past, he could see the future, and the past is like a history book. It's not actually happening or really there, but he can see it, and it affected him. He had a voice inside him that could control part of him, which was Tony. Jack's character, when he went into room 237 and then made out with the beautiful woman who turned into the decomposed old woman, at the end there with the dude in the pig mask sucking off the butler, like, so many things happening, and I don't know what any of it means or how it came about, how real any of it is. Or was everyone just slowly mentally deteriorating? Was everyone slowly going insane? But the thing is, I can't say that they're slowly going insane, because how did Jack get out of the food locker? The door was locked from the outside. There's no way he could have done it. And the mom and son didn't unlock it. The cook didn't unlock it. There was nobody else in the hotel. And he was talking to some imaginary voice in his head of the previous guy who killed his family. And then the door was unlocked. So clearly there's some supernatural aspect that works in people's favors or against them that we don't know about, that wasn't really explained. It kind of just existed, and that's it. Like, there was nothing else to it. You don't get any more information. At least I couldn't see any of the information, but it's hard to tell what the fuck is up. You know what I mean? I don't know. And one thing I love is how, like I said before, I don't like horror movies that do the stupid jump scare stuff because it's lazy, it's not real. You know what I mean? It's not real writing, it's not real horror at all, because it doesn't scare you. Anything can make you jump scare. You know, it's the same, like, I don't know, but fucking, you know, tickling you to get you to laugh, throwing water on you to get you wet. Like, the water on wet one doesn't really work, but you know what I mean. It's just like, there's no work done involved, no actual stuff is being done to get you to that destination. It's just a cheap trick, like tickling you to make you laugh. It's cheap. You're not building up a joke, you're not making me laugh, you're not making me appreciate the technical aspect of you writing the joke or your timing or your storytelling. Nothing. You just tickle me. Same with this. Like, there's no, you just jump scare somebody. Like, you don't give me anything to appreciate. There's no skill, there's no technicality involved in it, nothing. This movie didn't do that, and I loved it. This was a technical fucking juggernaut of a horror movie, you know, just everything, man. And one thing I did know from before is the Kubrick stare is what it's called, the Stanley Kubrick stare, where the guy's like this and he's just fucking eyes up and he looks evil as shit. That's like defined as his stare now, because I believe it's in most of his movies and stuff. So that's what that's about, I guess. But like, I just love how there was so much more implemented to make you feel scared or uneasy, to make you feel unsettled, just never comfortable. That's truly, I think that that's a testament to how a movie can scare you, is to not let you feel comfortable, is to constantly make you on edge, whether that's through the direction, through the camera shot, through the acting, through the writing, through the score, through the music, you know, through the coloring, just anything else. You got to use other aspects to make it so I'm uneasy, I'm unsettled, I'm uncomfortable, and this movie did that beautifully. So that's top notch, no doubt about that. Although I will say, I think this movie was really slow, like really fucking slow. It just was. I don't know. Maybe because like the story didn't really divulge until like an hour through almost. Like, I know it's kind of like a slow descent into madness, so it makes sense that the movie is slow, but it just really felt like a slow burn through most of it until maybe about like the hour mark. Even a little bit after that, then you kind of get what's happening and then it starts to pick up, but even then it's still kind of slow, you know. So I'm not a huge fan of that part, but I understand that it builds to the horror aspect and it makes sense in this movie, so I get why they did it. As a personal note, I don't like it, but I appreciate why they take it that specific route, because it is the slow burn. It's the slow falling into insanity, and we're watching this man do it. Although the thing is, we're not really watching him do it, because I think from the jump, he was hiding insanity. From the jump on the inside, he was not mentally well, because he was trying to keep his composure from the very first scene. Like I said, just the way he talks puts me off, because it doesn't feel natural. So like, it's not that we're watching someone slowly fall into insanity. I think it's someone who is slowly allowing themselves to be insane. Like, they've always kind of been it, but he's been trying to keep it back, trying to keep composed, trying to keep it behind doors, and he's just slowly allowing himself to be his true self, to show his true nature, whatever the fuck that may be. But I think that's kind of how it felt to me. Even the other thing too, with like, when he was saying he would never hurt them as well, and then when he was drinking, and he had that scene with the bartender, and he was like, she'll never let me live it down. It was one accident 3 years ago, and it's like, even that should tell you that this guy was never well. He didn't just happen to go insane here. He was never mentally well. He has been mentally unwell for a while. You know what I mean? Like, he was not okay for most of their relationship, probably. So I feel bad for Wendy, dude, but I'm glad that they escaped by the end of it, because dear fucking God, man. You know what I mean? Like, just, Lord have mercy. Also, Jack Nicholson's eyebrows in this movie have a whole different personality than he does. That's all I'm gonna say. They're an actor in and of themselves. Also, the part where I said, and there was a reason for it too, because it reminded me of it otherwise, but the part where I was like, when he was drinking with the bar people, and the way the bartender looked, and I was like, it reminded me of, like in Greek mythology, when you die, you go to the underworld, and it's the guy who takes you or travels you from, I think it's the Nile River, I forget what it's called, but like where all the soul of the damned are, and like he just looks like the gatekeeper of the dead. And it's funnier because before that he goes, like, it struck me as odd because it sounded so jarring. Like there was no reason for him to say that, but he said it anyway, which was when he was trying to have a drink, and he was there was nobody there and the bar was empty, and he was like, man, I'd sell my soul for a drink. And then the bartender showed up. You know what I mean? So it's like he kind of sold his soul, and that's why he was allowed to drink. You know what I mean? Like that whole line felt so out of place, and then directly after seeing what happened, it kind of makes sense, if you know what I mean. Although as well, like he was like, you know, when he said to his wife and to his son, when they were talking in the bedroom, or he was talking to his son, he was like, I want us to stay here forever and ever. And I was like, if you kill your family, you kind of do stay here forever and ever. But the thing is, that picture was from 1921, and that was from a long time ago, before he started working there. And we had this idea of the soul with him, like, because that picture's from 1921, but this is him now. So these are two different parts. So either like his soul goes into other people, or this is fictitious and we're just watching his soul replay different kinds of events of the exact same thing over and over and over again. But like, I think his soul is the one that haunts this hotel, I guess, because like, how did those other people appear? How did things happen? So I think it's like a on loop, basically, because the picture was from 1921 and it was him, you know? And it was the same ballroom that we saw when he was with the bartender and stuff. So that was probably him originally when he was first there or something, you know, like we were watching and reminiscing about his past during the present event, even though the present event wasn't really the present, because I think it's his soul going through this cycle or something. But this movie is very confusing. I need to go like watch explanation videos for this fucking thing, because like there's so many things that are unanswered and very confusing. And my main one is the like mythical aspect of this hotel. That's my main gripe. Not gripe, but confusion. Is how he got out of the food locker. You know, the things he was seeing. He made out with the woman, like the decomposed body. Where did that come from? The guys at the end that were blowing each other. Where did that come from? Like, there was just so many things that made no sense. And I'd like to know more. Maybe in the book he explains it more. In the movie they just didn't have time to delve into everything, because Stephen King is a very wordy author and his books are usually fucking tremendously long. So I imagine the book probably explains it better, and they didn't have time to go through that in the movie, or you couldn't give someone's inner monologue, obviously. So maybe in the book they do it better, I don't know. And one part I was saying before, when I was talking about the sense of scale with how the shots were and stuff, and usually when there is a gigantic sense of scale, the main reason you show like a small individual on a gigantic shot, whether it be them in a field, in a huge field, or in a building, in a huge building, a huge room, the main point is to feel like the person is small. It feel like they're isolated, which they were in this movie. But that's the whole point of that specific shot, is to make you feel isolated. And I said it, I was like, this movie is so not claustrophobic. And that's the whole point, is to show you how much space there is everywhere, and just how insignificant and small they truly are in comparison. And considering they were in a place where there was nobody nearby, no one close, they couldn't reach anybody, phone lines were down, like isolation and solitary confinement is a huge part of this movie, and to how I guess this guy went further insane. But I guess you could take it on the respects that because this was like his soul thing, you know, I don't have to question about how he got out of the food locker, because it doesn't need to make sense, because it didn't actually happen this way or something. But also because of the isolation, his brain is fuzzy, so like things aren't gonna make sense. Or for all of them per se, nothing's gonna make sense, because the isolation has done them in so much. They can't think clearly anymore. And that happens for a lot of people, right? Like a lot of people even in prison who say when they've been to solitary confinement, it is the worst possible thing, because you're just alone, left with your thoughts and nothing to do. Just a dark cell with nothing but your own thoughts, and it's terrifying for most people. So I understand how that played a big role in this movie, I guess, with how he views everything and how just everything kind of fell together, I guess. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I thought it was pretty good. On a technical level, I thought it was amazing. As a movie and like rewatchability factor, it was kind of slow. I don't know if I love the story enough to really be enthralled with it, but as someone who loves the technical aspect of filmmaking, I think it was fucking awesome in that respect. Much like American Psycho for me, where the movie itself and the plot itself, I don't know how much I feel about that, but how the movie is made, how the actors portrayed their roles, how the writing goes like that, I think it's really cool. And I think it was dope. And I understand why it's like a horror classic. I wouldn't even call it a horror, it's more of a psychological thriller with like horror drizzled on top, you know? But I thought it was really well done. I think it's perfect for someone who wants to see horror done right, or how to implement horror correctly. This is the movie for you. You know, if you want to see the best possible way to showcase something, this is the one. In terms of acting, cinematography, direction, music, everything, this is the one-two show. So that's about it for me. I enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Hey guys, thank you all for watching that recent video, and I just want to give a special shout out to Occurrences. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm really sorry if I'm not, but just want to give a special shout out to you. You've been subscribed to my tier 1 on Patreon for a while now, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Love you guys.